This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for August 16, 2024. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was down 0.02 points to 413.89. Total trade volume was down from yesterday. 100,002 shares changed hands at a total value of roughly 575.4 million Khmer Real, or around $140,000. Most of the main board remained flat, with only 2 stocks up and 2 stocks down. The Phnom Penh Autonomous Port was up 0.97% or 140 Real to 14,580 Real per share. Pestech Cambodia was up 0.41% or 10 Real to 2,420 Real per share. The 2 stocks down were Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ and the Sihanoukville Autonomous Port, which were down 0.44% and 0.33% respectively. As mentioned, the rest of the main board remained flat. On the growth board, JS Land was up 0.29% or 10 Real to 3,460 Real per share, while DBD Engineering stayed flat. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 55,325 shares changing hands at a total value of over 415.5 million Real, or around $101,200, making up around 54% of the total trade volume on August 16th. Grand Twins International recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 20,235 shares changing hands at a total value of 72.3 million Real, or around $17,600, making up close to 20% of Friday's trade volume. In other market news, the Phnom Penh Autonomous Port released its second quarterly report for 2024, reporting a 15.93% increase in total revenue compared to the same quarter in 2023 and a quarter-on-quarter increase of 3.4% in net profit. The company shares that it has thus far achieved 45.14% of its planned revenue for 2024 and 35.17% of the planned net profit over the course of the past 6 months of the year. As of the end of June 30th, 2024, the Phnom Penh Autonomous Port's total assets reached over 1 trillion Khmer Real, or over $256.8 million, which is a 1.41% increase from the end of 2023, while the company's total equity also increased by 2.29% to 814.9 billion Real, or $198.2 million. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD weakened slightly to 4,098 Real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was slightly down to 102.88. Oil prices were set for a second straight week of gains despite edging lower on Friday, as recent US economic data boosted optimism over demand from the world's top oil consumer. Brent crude futures have risen about 1.3% this week. However, on Friday, Brent fell 22 cents or 0.3% to $80.82 per barrel. Gold prices steadied and were headed for a weekly gain on optimism about a U.S. interest rate cut, while traders awaited the U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman's speech due next week for cues on the size of the cut. Spot gold was nearly unchanged at $2,457.14 per ounce, but has gained more than 1% so far this week. U.S. gold futures rose 0.1% to $2,494.4. Stock futures climbed on Friday morning as investors looked toward the end of a week that has ushered in a recovery rally. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures added 59 points or 0.15%. S&P 500 futures and Nasdaq 100 futures both climbed by 0.2% and 0.4% respectively. These moves come after a strong day on Wall Street. The Dow gained more than 500 points on Thursday, rising more than 1%, along with the broad S&P 500. The Nasdaq Composite jumped more than 2% as technology shares led the ascent. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for August 16th. Have a great weekend.